This is Higher Maths. It's the 2012 Paper 2, the calculator paper, and we're looking at question 7. Okay, the diagram shows the curves with equations y is equal to 4 to the power of x and y is equal to 3 to the power of 2 minus x. Okay, and here's both graphs here. The graphs intersect at the point t. Show that the x coordinates of t can be written in log form for all a being greater than 1, so the base. Calculate the y coordinate of t would be the part b. Right, let's go ahead and do this one. So usually what we'd be trying to do is, when we've got two curves or two lines crossing over, we'll try and solve them by simultaneous equations or making them equal to each other. So let's write down the formula first, okay? So y is equal to 4 to the power of x and y is equal to 3 to the power of 2 minus x, right? So what I'm going to do is, for this, I'm going to let y equal y. So I've got y equals there, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute in 4 to the power of x is equal to 3 to the power of 2 minus x. So that's the first step that I'm going to take here. Okay, just going to put that into a wee bracket there. Right, so what I'll do is I'll take the logs of both sides, and because we're working to log base a, I'm going to take log base a of both sides. Base a, 4 to the power of x, and log base a, 3 to the power of 2 minus x. From there, what I'll do is I'll use the law of logs to bring the x down to the front and the 2 minus x down to the front as well. So let's go for that one. So x base a and 2 minus x, keep that in a bracket. Okay, from there, what I'll do next is I'll just multiply this bracket out. So it'll be 2 times this and then minus x times that. So x log 2, there we go, and minus, that'll be x, okay, base 3, sorry, a and 3. Right, from there what I'll do is I'll bring those parts with the x over to the left hand side, and I'll just try and gather them up, or I'll take out a common factor. So I've got x 4 to the base a, and I'm going to be plus x log 3 to the base a, and that's going to equal the bit that's left over here, which is log 3 to the base a. Okay, next line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a common factor first of all. That'll do. That's what I'll do here. And that's getting into a form where I can use one of the other laws of logs. I'll just put that up to the power, so that'll be 3 to the power of 2. That'll appear up there, just reversing that law. From here, what I'll do is I'll gather these together under the law of logs. So that's going to be x is going to be log a, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply them together. So that'll give me 12. Okay, 4 times a 3 gives me a 12, and that'll be a log a, and I'll just square that and give me a 9 that's there. All that's remaining is really to divide by the log a, log 12 to the base a. So x is equal to log 9 to the base a, log 12 to the base a, and that would be that question complete for part A. What I'll then go for is I'll go for part B, and for part B what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute the x that I've worked out into either this equation or that equation there. What I'll do is I'll substitute it into this one. That looks a bit simpler to work through. So I've got y is equal to 4 to the power of x, and I'll substitute x is equal to that there into the power. So what we have here is 4, and we'll have log 9 to the base a and log 12, so that's to the power of that. Now, no matter what base that I use here, what I know is, if I look at it, it's a calculator question, so you can try all that out with various different bases. Log 9 to any base divided by log 12 to that same base will give us out an answer of 0.884228 and 21, that there. And then if I evaluate that in the calculator, what I should get out a value for y will be 3.40689, so on. So what I'll do is I'll just say that y is going to be equal to about 3.407. I'll just say that's to 3 decimal places there. And that there would be the question complete. Right, let's look at the marking for this question. I think we've got 6 marks that should come along for part A. So we'll get 1 mark for letting the two of these y equal y. We'll go for the next one for taking the logs of both sides. I'll get 1 mark for bringing these things down to the front using the law of logs. I'll go for 1 mark for this line here for being able to gather these together, and we'll go for 1 mark for this part here, okay? And finally, for the answer. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 marks that we're gaining there. We've got 1 mark for this substitution in here, and 1 mark here for getting the final answer. So what we have here is for part A is out of 6 marks, and part B is out of 2, so that's a total of 8 marks here. Now there are different ways of doing this question. What I would do is I would check the marking instruction on the SQA website for it. This is just the way that I've done it, but certainly there are other methods to follow to try and complete this type of question. I think that there is just step through is an easy way to do it. Okay, and good luck for this type of question.